This video is for anyone thinking about buying a house in Rhode Island, a single family home in particular, okay? This is the end of month real estate recap, all right? So a big question that I get all the time is, Lewis, how's the market doing? And my brain goes everywhere, right? It's like, how's the market doing for single families, 2 families, 3 families, 4 families, right? Commercial, right? 5 units and up. Are you talking about how's the market for Providence? Are you talking about how's the market for Providence in this neighborhood versus this neighborhood? There's so, right? You have the market, and then you have so many little departments under it. So this video is going to be for someone who's looking to buy a single family home in Rhode Island, right? How's the market? We're going to talk about this segment, right? We can do 2 families and 3 families in another video, or you can just give me a call. We can set up an appointment and we can get you a personalized plan. So let's try to break this down. Lewis, how's the market doing? It depends. Do you want to buy? Yeah, I want to buy. Okay, here in Rhode Island? Yeah, here in Rhode Island. All right. How's the market if I want to buy a single family home in Rhode Island? Let's take a look, right? This is what I would do, right? I'm going to take a look at how many homes have sold in January this year compared to last year, right? I want to know what's going on. There were 377 homes sold under $900,000. If I include the $1 million, you're going to get the $1 million home sales. I'm going to get $1 million, $5 million, $10 million. Those numbers tend to skew these averages. So I kind of excluded those. And I didn't exclude the $100,000, $150,000, $200,000, random flips that are on here, just to kind of keep this as simple as we can. Okay, so 377 homes sold under $900,000 this January, and 417 of those sold last January. In 2024, it was 400. 2023, 435. So I'm thinking, okay, was there more options last year than there were this January, right? And I couldn't really find like a solid way to be like, okay, there was this many listings starting January 1st of last year, right? Compared to this year. What I was able to pull up is Realtors Report December and year-end home sales. This came out January 22nd. So the part that I kind of like want to highlight for us for a second is this part. Though the month closed out on 13.7% increase in the number of single family homes listed on the market since December of last year, pent-up demand continued to deplete available inventory, causing the state's housing supply to remain relatively flat from a year ago. So this is saying that pretty much we're at the same inventory levels, right? So I just kind of want to throw that in there for, the people who are like, well, there's a lot of variables when it comes to how many homes have sold. Okay, we're going to get as close as we possibly can, right? And at the end of this, I'm actually telling you, this is probably like not the best way to even ask about what the market is doing, right? I'm going to give you like the best way to ask, in my opinion, right? So out of these 900,000, out of these 377 homes sold, right? I wanted to know also what the average days on market was, right? Because it's like, is it a hot market? Is it a slow market? I mean, I'm looking at this like it's slower than last year, right? 377 homes sold versus 417, right? There's less, right? There's less sales happening. So as a buyer, it's probably less competitive, right? It's probably less competitive because there's not as many sales happening right now, okay? And the average days on market, again, it's kind of just an indicator showing how's the market reacting to these homes being listed, right? On average, it takes about 41 days, right, for a home to get under contract. So, this is where you could kind of get lost, right? You can kind of get like analysis paralysis, right? With just dealing with all these numbers, all these different things. So let's break it down, right? You want to focus on you. You want to focus on you. Like, who cares about the market, right? In a sense, this is how I would talk to like a brother and sister, right? And a client. Who cares about what the market is doing? How's your economy doing? How are you doing, right? Can you afford, did you get a pay raise, right? Are you making more money than ever before, right? Is this a good time for you to buy, right? Because I'm going to show you how I personally think you should be thinking about the market when you're about to buy. So this All right, this question is asked a lot, but I think the right question is, how's the market for a house if I want to pay no more than $4,000 a month, right? This is like an example, right? If I don't want to pay more than $4,000 a month, right? Like, what's out there for me, right? And then you also got to like kind of narrow that down some more, right? Do you want to be in that price range for Providence or Johnson or Warwick, right? So there's all these little things that you want to take into consideration. So I'm gonna pull this up here. This is a mortgage calculator. This mortgage calculator here, I'm gonna take that 500,000, 1, 2, 3, average number that we got. Interest rates, we can go to somewhere like Mortgage News Daily. Go here at the top here is gonna tell me 30-year fixed rate, right? We're going to use that. Obviously, it all depends on your credit score, your debt to income ratio. You got to talk to a lender to see if you can get a 6.15. But let's put that in there for now. That was for 30 years. Monthly payments. This number right here is before everything all together, right? Your whole monthly payment consists of principal, interest, taxes, and insurance. The best number that I can give you is to add like $800 to this. Add $800 to this, and then you're gonna be in a ballpark area as to what your monthly payment is gonna be. It's gonna be a little less, it's gonna be a little more, but you can have an idea roughly as to what your principal, interest, taxes, and insurance is going to be. So if you're gonna buy a $500,000 home, right, you can expect to pay about $3,800, right? Talk to a lender. Let's get that number as as accurate as we can. Talk to a lender. But this is, if you're just browsing, right? If you're getting ready, this is a solid place to start, right? So if you want the link to this, I actually got this from somebody on Reddit. Let me know. I'll send it to you. Again, I think asking this question gets you right into the homes you'd be comfortable making a real move on, right? Because if you're comfortable with that monthly payment, it makes it real. It's like, okay, I can do that. I can afford that, right? So overall, what I want you to leave this video with, right, is this. Single family homes on average in Rhode Island are about $500,000, right? But every city is different, right? The next thing I want you to remember is the best question for you to ask is, how's the market for a house if I want to pay no more than blank number a month for a mortgage, right? Then after that, you decide on what city or do a certain number of miles within an area you want to be close to. Like, for example, when I'm looking for a place to call home, I search for properties within 6 miles of my mom's city, because sometimes you just want to drop them kids off. You know what I'm saying? Like, here you go, grandma, peace. That's what I do, right? So that's something you can do too, right? Within 6 miles from grandma's house. What can I find for 500,000, 400,000, whatever it is, right? So again, if you're looking to buy or sell a house, it's not a one-size-fits-all type of answer, right? Let's get together, right? If you're thinking about making a move, let's create a game plan, a personalized game plan. And yeah, because there's a lot to it. I can't just say the market's great, right? What part of the market is great? Talk to you guys soon. Peace.